This is your daily market review for Thursday, July 11, 2024. Let's go, y'all. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, your daily market review for Thursday, July 11, 2024. Hopefully you've been paying attention to the channel. Talked about the fireworks would probably start. Actually, we talked about it would start when the CPI, PPI data came out. Earnings tomorrow. Well, guess what? You start to get some action. Got some rotation out of what's been leading. The breadth was good today. Yes, the market was up in certain names, but overall the market was down. Dangerous, right? Money is going to be rotating, as we've talked about. At long term, I do not believe in tech at all. Again, if you traded it, invested it, and you didn't hedge, you didn't take the low VIX and take it to a benefit, and you just said, I'm going to ride this up forever, well, be careful. That's all I can say to that, because again, money will rotate. It never stays in one sector forever. As we talked about, who wins the war in tech? It's the inputs, friends. It's the inputs. So, new to the channel, got any questions? Please don't hesitate to reach out. Link to the Discord room is in the description below. Check out all the stuff we are posting on the Twitter. Again, I appreciate all you guys posting tons of trades, endless trades. Just goes on and on and on, trying to keep you aware of what's going on. And guess what? Be careful. Yeah, more layoffs. Again, more layoffs left and right. If you want to chat real estate, finance, investing, you let me know. Check out this live Zoom chat, 30 minutes. I make myself available every single day. Now, again, if we have to reschedule, no worries, but hit me up. Take 30 minutes. Let's chat. Tell me how I can help you. Again, if you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, do not hesitate to reach out. Again, the goal is to turn profits into properties and passive income. Take the tax advantages, benefits of owning real estate. You just keep owning stock or Bitcoin or trade. No, you're not taking advantage of tax mitigation. It's a big deal. That's why the rich do it. As I said, on paper, it looks like Trump makes nothing, but he lives a pretty solid lifestyle. All right, again, website, tradingagent.com. Like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Again, these education videos are on the website, but also on YouTube. I appreciate it. Again, if you subscribe, hit me up. If you got any questions, always here to help. So what do we know? With the CPI data coming lower, again, I don't think it's going to stick because oil, as we know, and gasoline prices up with the hurricane. We'll see how the August numbers come out for July. Be careful. Again, I've said this and I'm on record. I am on record, and I am on record, and we'll go on record again. If the feds have to pivot, dangerous. Because again, it just shows you that the economy is slowing down quickly. They have to retrace all those rate hikes that they did to try to kill inflation. And then that's when I think ultimately you will see the big boom in commodities. They'll bottom first. Remember, money will rotate, doesn't get destroyed. Bitcoin, I feel like that's not refreshing, but let me try it again. It'll probably take me to something not Bitcoin, because that's what it does. It's a butthead. Sorry about that. The Bitcoin. We're having a good day. Having a great day here. Where's the Bitcoin? $1. Booyakasha. Yeah, like I said, wasn't refreshing. So we talked about these dead cat bounces. I don't like them if you're bullish. Again, it's like low and holding lows after bounces is bearish, and holding highs after pops is bullish. Big range. If you fail here, you're going back to 50,000 quick. Good old oils we talked about holding up. It's going to be hard for, again, here's the June data. Oil's up, what, 20-something% plus? Be careful. Again, long term, I think oil and gas have plenty of upside, but I want to let them come back. I'm loving this drop in natural gas. We'll talk about KOLD shortly, but you got to love it. Dollar. Gap down today. Found buyers. Again, the I guess the shiniest turd in the toilet of commodity or currencies. I mean, again, dollar. TLT, curiously today, filled the gap. We talked about watching the gap up this morning. Chopping around. Hold high tight would be bullish. Gives it up. Be careful. VIX. Again, if you had tech and you did not take any advantage of hedging, you silly, silly, silly monkey. You silly, cheeky monkey. Rah! Like freaking Austin Powers. Here you go. Chopping around. The VIX. Talking about somebody knew something's coming. Again, we got to get over this 88, 90 area. Keep an eye on it. SPY. We talked about this leading up. And I posted railroad tracks, tweezer top, whatever you call it, higher volume, right candle bar. Okay, red alert. Right? QQQ, not a good close. There you go. 4 days of up. 8-10 day holding for now. Again, look at the volume. 10 cuidado. IWM, again, I like the short up here. Now, again, what's the best entry? Again, everyone jumping into IWM. The trash floats last. Zoom out. Zoom. Sorry, that's a little too much. Okay. Again, I had this on my radar. I said watch 208, but then I watched the morning. I'm like, you know what? I think they're going to rotate into this. Let's play it out. Like, again, put it on your radar. Absolute trade. DIA back towards the highs. Again, great references. That's all you're looking for. And it's not like references for a job. So here you go. Again, gold. Again, I like gold long term. We talked about there'd be a July bounce. Talked about it. Go back and watch the videos from June. It's interesting. Again, could it be bullish? Could it be bearish? Again, when you get these ranges, you need a breakout. That's when I'll confirm it. Now, again, I was looking at silver today. I was like, man, it was up 90 cents, a dollar at one point. And it's like, gave it back. GDX, right? Like, this is a big hammer. Need more information, but if it's the hammer, MC hammer time, again, like, this is just keep it on. Like, this could turn into pain. That could be a spinning top. GDXJ. Again, people are like, why would it drop? Again, as I've told you, when the market drops, miners get thrown out. Say if it's credit issue, money related, do not be surprised they throw the baby out the bathwater. I guess who was the worst about having to borrow money endlessly? Miners. AEM. We've talked about this one holding up pretty well. I don't like that. AG, again, we've talked about this lagging. Close that 6. What's up with all the 666s? Microsoft yesterday and today? Come on, get out of here. Freaking stupid algorithms. However, I will give Newmont credit. I was looking at that today. This is not a spinning top, but that looks pretty strong. We talked about if you could get over this area, you could go long it. It makes sense. Big consolidation pattern for multiple years, right? Could take it right back into the 50s very quickly. Very quickly. Again, congrats if you're long this. If you're short it, well, I don't know. What you doing? Why? PAAS. There we go. Again, this is the one, like the leading names in these sectors. Those are the ones you need to watch. Now, Newmont usually hasn't been leading, so let's see if it's a catch-up trade or it's actually going to go. Again, got to love this stuff. Got to love the channel. Got to love how, again, if you haven't been trading this way and you don't look at the market as a whole, of course, it's going to be hard. Taiwan Semi, look at this gap up. Oh, retest. Somebody looks like they're distributing up here. Look at the volume. Keep an eye on it. Micron. We talked about these bounces here. Okay. And then comes right back to the 50-day. Retro raggy. Red alert. AMD. We talked about the 187 plus, right? Okay. Now you have a 2-day range. 2-day range. Man, that wiki right here. Somebody just always is like 187 on a, if you know the line. 187. Anyway, keep an eye on it. Again, you've got 2-day identical bars. Like if you're watching the intraday chart, just get over, go with, get below it, goodbye. And I don't mean goodbye like it's a goodbye. It's like goodbye, adios, amigos. NVIDIA, a lot of people are like, oh, this is going to the moon. I'm like, you are fudging high. It already went to the moon, you numbnuts. You're chasing this as insiders unload. Again, $3 trillion valuation. I mean, again, I thought Intel was a better buy. We talked about that valuation-wise, but still. Here's your lower high. Here's your gap up failure. 20-day fails. Arrivederci. SMCI. Again, you got to like this channeling range. Again, I thought they had great earnings. I'm looking for this to base. I'd love for it to catch up for the 200-day and 680s. If it does, let's just do that. I'm going to set the alarm. Add alert, 675. Cool. Intellectual property. Talked about had a better deal than like NVIDIA. Look at this. I mean, this thing rose almost 17% in 4 days. If you caught this trade, congrats. Now we talk about filling the gap, chopping around. I don't know. Is the trade over? I mean, again, if you didn't take profits got taken from you. SMH. Again, this is where you got to be a little nervous. These look like traps, y'all. Again, tech rotation out of. Again, we said watching Adobe, love the short. Didn't get the retest, but talked about it, looking for it, loving it. I mean, if you got some of the pop this morning, congrats. People are saying, is it too late to short Apple? Is it? I mean, this thing goes from 166 up to 230s. It's down 3 or 4 points. Okay. Well, again, you have to define your risk. right? You have to define your risk. Again, I think tech ultimately is not the winner coming out of all this Fed cut cycle, all this crap. Amazon, as we talked about, watching the 200. If you raised your stops, define your risk, didn't get greedy, man, you're like, all right, knock me out. Cool, you're good. You didn't, again, now you can wait for dips to buy it if you want, going into prime day, or you can just let it trade might be over. Again, Meadow said, watch the 20-day. Said high and tight is okay. Okay, now 20-day. I mean, the things are very simple. CRM, again, keep it simple, stupid. We talked about this blow off top. Here you go, chopping around. Guggenheim, I mean, this has been holding up pretty well, but look at these bars. Eats all these bars. Nom, 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 nom. Again, you need to hold 20 days on all of these, in my opinion. Microsoft, again, closed at 4666. Left-right combo, bounced at the 8-day, now the 20-day. Takes out the 20-day. Goodbye. NDAQ, again, I love this short up here. I mean, I saw it getting 6 to 63. I'm like, ooh, you little baby donkey. Again, you're getting close enough. Keep an eye on that one. I think the short on that makes sense. MicroStrategy, you're going to do that split thing. Interesting action to gap up and then give it all back. Opens at the high of the day. Closes not so hot. Be careful. Netflix, we said watch the 20-day. Gap below it. Goodbye. 50-day. Coming. Again, I don't know why anyone and their mom would be buying that stuff. Roblox. Here you go. We said fill some gaps. Chopping around. Again, you noticing something with tech here today. Again, everyone's like, oh, you got to buy PanW. Again, if you trade around it, great. But dude, no, I'm waiting for a bigger pullback. I like the stock. I like cybersecurity. Pelosi's buying. I got to buy. 20-day is the key. TSLA. Okay, we said hit your targets. You don't take profits, they get taken from you. Yikes. I don't know what Elon said today, but clearly the market didn't like it. This is why, again, you have to take, again, the more you're up, the less you own. Doesn't mean you have to take all of your profits, but you should harvest profits because nothing goes in a straight fudging line. And people are so stupid, because I've been there. We've been so stupid that you chase and you go, oh, it's got to go forever. And then boom, 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 and this could happen. Or it goes up, right? And then it pulls back. You go, ooh, I can add. And then it goes back and pulls back. Oh, and then it goes high. Again, people are like, what does this mean, Dan? Again, the trend is not always like, again, the straight line moves typically happen at the end, like down and up. And so you got to harvest profits. Insight, again, like this company, they're going to get bought out at some point. Like in the dip, getting bought real strong at the moving averages. McDonald's, da-da-da-da-da. Here you go. We talked about trapping at the lows, rallying back. Okay, watch the 50-day. That's where I'd be shorting if you wanted to. DKNG, again, I talked about this being so choppy, maybe a little like McDonald's trap, like the exact same candle. You take out the lows, you kind of form this hammer with a wick. All right, could it pop again? Absolutely. Airbnb, the bizzle, right? Hits the 100-day. Goof. Big volume. You better hold that 200-day. I mean, that's a pretty easy trade if you want to short that sucker. Costco. And here you go. I mean, again, you can get so greedy that you don't even see anything. And it's like, bam, 50 points. I mean, I don't know what to say. If you want to short the pops, go ahead, but it doesn't seem like it makes sense to really chase it. And we talked about it. Again, you don't chase. Starbucks, we talked about this could be holding the bottom near term. Again, it goes from 82 down to 72. Okay, due to bounce. FedEx, again, like the short up here. Looking at the retest, some folks were posting about this. I like it. Caterpillar, again, there was some money rotating into these names. Chopping around. Nucor, again, this thing has been basing at the lows. Nice little, is that a professional gap? Red alert? All right, this could be a red alert. Get professional gap, start of an up move. And how big is the up move? 200-day? Could be a nice one catch there. X. Again, if money rotates into the materials names, the market doesn't get beaten. There you go. VALE. Again, all these names, the materials, not surprised they're chopping around. That's the thing. Like copper today was Dr. Copper. That's not bullish looking. CCJ, again, got the pump yesterday. Not much of a follow through. Look at the doji. Again, it could be a doji sandwich if you don't know what a doji sandwich means. Watch the gap tomorrow. If it gaps up, going higher, gaps down, be careful. That's where the doji sandwich comes in. CF, like we talked about. I don't know if you're watching the recaps. Seems the viewership's down. Talked about the ag names being oversold. You're welcome. Said watch these levels. Again, if you're watching the whole video, leave a comment below. Because again, I'm like confused. Like some people are like asking questions. I'm like, what's your best trade out? I'm like, watch the damn video. right? AA, here you go, chopping around. Really wanted to add financial shorts today, but didn't because you got their earnings tomorrow. Back near the highs. Could it be a head and shoulders top? Could it be stop out city? Could be. Again, like if you bought the FAS in like near 10, I mean, you're not looking so bad. JP Morgan, if they're not buying back their stock, why would you buy it? Morgan Stanley breaking out. I don't know. Interesting gap, because again, I don't like gap ups at the highs that just after decent moves. Because again, if you don't take profits, maybe this is the red flag. Again, they have earnings coming up, so will it really dump? Probably not. Bank of America holding up. Goldman Sachs, chopping around. Doji again going into earnings next week. Carry. Look at these junior banks. Right now, this is again. We've seen this move. Right. Be careful. Be careful. Again, I'm not going to sit here and be the first one to short it, but just be careful. XBI, again, we talked about, here's another trade. Said if you get over the 95 level yesterday, there you go. You come right back to the 98, 99. Congratulations. XHB, again, housing. Look at this thing. If this thing isn't a trap gift, like I will be surprised. I mean, I don't know where the exact short is, but if you are looking to short housing stocks, makes sense around 107, 108. All right, solar. Here we go. We talk about due to bounce. You're welcome. You're freaking. I mean, again, it's like due to bounce. Hit the range lows, bounce sedge. Same thing. It gets oversold. Look at this blowout, right? Look at this freaking blowout. Again, this is the kind of shit, capitulation at the bottom, due for a short-term bounce. You got the 20-day, maybe 50-day. Again, I'm not proposing you go all in for the long term, but it makes sense. These things were due to bounce. Same thing with ENPH. First solar, we told you due to bounce. Due to bounce, due to bounce, due to bounce. Look at that. How could it go a little higher? Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, just don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. That's like, it sounds simple. Don't be dumb. Again, corporate debt. Oof. I mean, again, you got to be high out of your mind. Maybe that's the short reference I need to just kind of focus on. Oil, man, there's a lot to watch. Talking about it, holding up, chopping around. Natural gas, again, I hate the UNG, but we watch it because it hits the 200-day and gives it all back. We like the short on the KLD. This is going to be the gift from the gods. At some point, I don't know. We talked about this might be a decent little spot, but then it's like, you know what? The market's not down, so I'm not going to really chase it. Well, there you go. A little higher. A little higher. Right? Again, wait for it. Let it come to you. XOP. Again, Trump is winning. I think oil and gas gets pumped. Here you go. Little double bottom near term. We talked about these gasoline names, though, getting crushed. Like, okay, just keep an eye on them. Like, they're a little oversold. 200-day for Valero. MPC it broke through it. So I don't trust it as much, right? ExxonMobil coming back down. Okay. Again, these are choppy and sloppy. They're not very easy, but just be careful. CVE, again, I like CVE long term. Occidentals, we talked about trading in the big Buffett trade range. Good luck if you want to get rich trading the ranges. If you want, it's kind of, I don't know, it's tough. EQT, again, I like oil, natural gas. I mean, this is a big monster range, y'all. Consolidation pattern. I would be watching the 28 level. And again, last but not least, Flex LNG, because I think we'll be natural gas exporters. Big range consolidation, taking its time. Again, 24, ideally maybe like 19, 20. All right, any questions, please reach out. Always here to help. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I know, again, this can be frustrating. It's the market, summer doldrums where you can chop around, play action, light volume, pulls you around, and then kapam, kapow. Keep an eye on the PPI. And you also have bank earnings in the morning. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup. Peace out.